think it's the door. Oh yeah, it's you. Oh fucking Baldy McGee, I'm getting out of that. Somebody's coming up behind us? Yeah. Yep, coming to the doorway. Over here.
I'm planting the bomb.
There's another one. Oh my god, dude.
Driver's to the left.
Yeah, she's on the left.
Right there on the wall. Get her.
Good shit, guys.
She tried to get that quick scope in, didn't she?
Yeah.
What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Switchblade gameplay, and today we're going to talk about the new perk system coming to Rogue Company. So let's head over and check it out. So in the Covert Ops update, there are some massive changes coming to the perk system. We're going to talk about this. We're going to give my thoughts and opinions on this, and then we're going to show a couple of examples along the way. So let's head over and check this out here. So scalable perks. All perks now have rare, epic, and legendary versions, which will present increased cost but benefits as well. All rogues have had their perks reviewed and in many cases changed. There have been new perks added into the game, so Energize, which allows your ability to recharge faster, Gunsmith, which increases your magazine size and fall off ranges, Volatile, which increases the potency of damage over time effects. Shredder Rounds has been updated a little bit here, so it now deals bonus damage to armor, but no longer increases ammunition. Crackshot is available in all modes, depending on if the rogue has it or not. Bulletproof is the same. Restock is the same. Tracker has been renamed to Spotter, and Headstrong has been renamed to Armor. Armor is also no longer repairable, and picking up armor from a mythic crate in relevant modes will drop your currently equipped armor. Cloak has been removed completely. Toughen Up is now a part of Tenacity. Bounce Back, specifically in Battle Zone, increases healing received from all sources since there's no health regeneration in this mode. Mythic perks and applicable modes for rogues have been changed. Take a look and let us know your thoughts, which that's part of the Battle Zone thing, so I'm not really too concerned about that. But whenever you pull up the character, this is actually a screen grab from the PTS itself. As you can see, I'm level 4 on PTS because I haven't played it all that much. But this is how the perks are going to be laid out. Rogues are going to have access to 2 additional perks. Each perk is going to have a rarity assigned to it, and it's going to do different types of values depending on what that rarity is. So for Berserker, it's going to be a rare perk because all you're going to be doing is gaining the ability to reload while sprinting. But Armor for Anvil specifically, you're actually going to gain an additional 75 armor, but it's going to be non-repairable. You also get Bulletproof, which allows you to take 15% less firearm damage to the body. Coupled with Anvil's toughness, this is actually going to give him a 30% damage reduction overall, which is absolutely insane. Also, as you can see here, the life drain is at a epic tier, and it allows you to heal for 40 health whenever you down enemies, as opposed to what it currently is in game right now. If we swap over here and we look at someone like Lancer, as you can see here, her life drain is at a legendary, and it allows you to heal for 60 health whenever you down an enemy. Also, she has the Energize perk, which is a new perk that allows your ability to recharge 50% faster. So in all modes now, your abilities are going to be able to recharge, and that includes Demolition. You're actually going to be able to buy a perk that allows your ability to recharge even faster than the base cooldown speed for that particular ability. Another really interesting perk that has been added is Volatile. So they said that it increased the effectiveness or the potency of damage over time effects by 45. This is for 45%. I'm pretty sure Trench has this as well to an even lesser degree. So he has it at an epic tier, which gives it a 30% increase. But as you can see here, this is actually going to benefit very well for Vi specifically for her poison, for incendiary grenades, and for like Trench, his barbed wire. And I think Scorch also has this as well for her incendiary grenades. So there has been a lot of talk about perks, about how the perks are actually going to act, about how there are going to be massive changes coming to perks in the future. Gandhi posted something about this on Twitter. The developers have been teasing something like this for a very long time, and it is finally going to be introduced in the Covert Ops update. And what are my thoughts and what are my opinions on this? I think that this is a very, very, very interesting system. I think that it's going to allow for a lot of flexibility whenever you actually prioritize what perks you're going to be picking up, as opposed to, I'm going to buy Lancer, or I'm going to pick Lancer, I'm going to buy the Simtex, I'm going to buy the weapon, and then I'm going to save for life drain, and then I'm also going to pick up padded steps, and then basically I'm kitted out. I can go for other things at that point, whether you want to go for the melee or other perks or upgrade your weapons, but once you finally get them fully kitted out with like what your core needs are, then you're kind of done. And that's kind of the same way that most people play that particular character. And I think that this allows for a lot more versatility depending on what you're going up against. So maybe you're going up against a specific team that that is not very like utility heavy. Maybe you don't need tenacity. Before you didn't have to take tenacity, of course, but now you may be able to supplement, you know, tenacity for certain rounds and actually pick up something else on other rounds. It feels like this is going to be a very massive change, and in possibly the best kind of way. But what this is going to come down to, and this is a huge but, it's going to come down to balance. It's going to come down to how these actually feel in testing, how people's reception to these are, and then how they're going to be able to go in and make changes to them accordingly. And since they're breaking it up into 3 different tiers, that allows them to go in and actually make changes to possibly 1 or all 3 all across the different tiers. So if you have life drain as an epic, if you have life drain as a rare and a legendary, and if it does this much at legendary at like 60%, I think is what it was for Lancer, then if that feels too strong, then you're going to be able to go in there and tweak it a little bit. Or if it doesn't feel strong enough, then you can go in there and tweak it a little bit. I guess my question is, are they going to balance this all across the board? If you're going to up life drain, for example, from 60 HP regain to 80 HP regain, does that mean that the epic version of that is also going to get an increase and the rare version of it going to get an increase as well? And I think that this is something that is going to be explored at some point, because I don't think that the system is perfect right now by any stretch of the imagination. And there's some perks that are absolutely incredible. So whenever you look over here at the Kestrel, she has access to Energize, which allows your ability to recharge faster. It goes on cooldown faster. It's going to be at 75%. She has Energized at a legendary perk. So for Kestrel, she has Energized at 75% recharge faster, which is going to allow her, if it's a 60-second cooldown at base for her ability, that means she's going to get it in 45 seconds as opposed to 60 seconds, which doesn't sound that substantial whenever you actually break it down on paper, but like 45 seconds, you're going to be able to cast the ability. 45 seconds later, cast the ability. 45 seconds later, cast the ability. And in a demolition round, yeah, it's only like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. But if you're able to get that recharged every 45 seconds, it's going to feel like you're playing against just a god at that point. And they kind of supplemented this a little bit, but they also added other things into it. For example, she has life drain at rare. This is all for Kestrel, by the way. She has life drain at a rare, which is 20 HP. But she also has access to Blaster, which increases the explosive damage by 30%. So the Halo drones already do 75 damage. And then it's going to do 30% more damage on top of that if you choose to pick this perk up. So she's going to feel like she's going to be incredible when it comes to like her utility spam. And that's something that, you know, they talked about in the fireside chat, is utility spam and how that affects the game and the utility meta and all this kind of stuff. Your abilities absolutely play into that utility because it's something that actually influences the match. It actually explodes and causes damage or damage over time, things like that. So that is absolutely part of that utility meta. And having a character that is going to be able to shoot her birds doing 30% more damage than 75, also 75% faster, is going to feel really, really awkward, and it's going to feel very powerful. Yeah, they took padded steps away from her, but in taking padded steps away, they also gave her all this other stuff that's going to probably make her even better, in my opinion. So I'm very interested to see how this gets balanced out over time. I'm very interested to see what people's thoughts and opinions on this are, because there's a lot of people online. It's kind of split. I see more people in favor of the perk changes and the speed and toughness changes than people not in favor of it. But it really comes down to how willing and how quickly they are to actually balance a lot of this stuff out. In the fireside chat, they said that, they want to collect as much data as they possibly can before they start to balance certain things. So for the objection, for example, they didn't want to balance it in the Rambo update because they felt like they didn't have enough data. Yet they're going to rely on the PTS, which is a 2-day cycle, by the way, and that only PC players have access to be able to balance this stuff before it's released into the game. And then it's going to be at least, another 6 weeks before we get any type of balance changes for the perks, for the speed and toughness. It's going to feel really, really weird. It's going to feel very awkward at first. But I think that fundamentally, at its core, these are some really, really good changes for the game. I think that they're taking steps in the right direction and actually adding some of the individuality back into the kits of the rogues themselves. And I think it's going to help the game in a very tremendous way. Well, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you excited for the perk changes? Do you feel like any of the perk changes feel absolutely broken and it's going to be overpowered at release? Or do you think that they did a really good job balancing it out? Be sure to let me know. Also, be sure to check the description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, on Thursdays from 8 p.m. until 11 p.m. Central Time, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you're interested and available, please feel free to stop by and jump into a couple of custom matches with us. And then also on Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, my wife and I are actually doing a couple stream. So if you're available, please feel free to stop by over there and say hello and kind of poke fun and have a good time with us. Thanks for watching, guys.
Somebody's over. Oh, where'd that come from? The middle? At the back. At the back.
He's hurt
Are they
right here.
both back there?
I don't know.
No, David's in
I
front of
just know
me.
she is.
They ain't both back there.
Oh my God.
Whoa, dude. That's better than fucking damn.
Yeah. Bitch, where were you when I was walking?
Dude, he's like,
Scorch is up
trying to
top.
rap. I think there's a few up there. Oh, behind us. Somebody's at the door. I don't know. I hear something. I think it's the door. Oh, yeah, it's you. Oh, fucking Baldy McGee. I'm getting out of that. Somebody's coming up behind us? Yeah. Yep, coming to the doorway. Over here.
I'm planting the bomb.
There's another one. Oh my god, dude.
Piper's to the left.
Yeah, she's on the left.
Right there on the wall. Get her.
Good shit, guys.
Easy.
She tried to get that quick scope in, didn't she?
Yeah. Make it look sexy.